He was a terrifying plague fanatic in the magical city. Today, however, Wu Shen, with a single move, made him lose control of his bladder and bowels. Even after becoming the sixth elder and pausing his reincarnation, he protected a woman yet to experience life, and succeeded. This unlocked the special fetish of that grand young lady. Taking 20 pills daily, Xiang Xianan, sent by his clan to Xiangjiang, approached Wu Shen. After the film crew spotted a flaw, unexpectedly the next day, Wu Shen competed to have Xiao Yi follow Xianan's advice. This brought the humiliated princess back to life, yet Xiang Xianan, to everyone's surprise, went mad beyond measure. He had to direct the storyline's design, immediately grabbing a machete prop nearby. He attacked enemy soldiers instantly, then turned it on himself. Seeing this, the small wings beside him paled in fear. Bao Zhenhui shouted in horror, "Wu Shen, stop him quick!" Sister Nan had fallen into that state again. With no choice, Wu Shen was forced to use time reset, rewinding to the moment he arrived with Jia Nan. Seizing the chance when Jia Nan wasn't looking, he grabbed her and pulled her into his arms. "Miss Tu, your design. I think it's better we discuss it elsewhere, slowly." In a flash, they reached the fifth-floor office. Wu Shen calmly recounted Xiang Xianan's life. Dubbed a once-in-a-century genius in third grade, Daring Li skipped straight to middle school, became the city's top student, entered Beijing University at 16, Cambridge at 19, and resolved to be a scientist by 23. Sadly, her grandfather forced her back home to direct family films. Yet even so, the movie she both directed and starred in, with its creativity and novelty, was of such high quality that it won multiple Newcomer King Awards. Since then, the second young lady lost all interest in work, seeking out various thrilling pursuits instead, including increasingly deranged and perverse studies of the human body. But her male secretary, overwhelmed by mental stress, triggered a dopamine rush in this generation's celestial maiden. After being sealed here, true joy and excitement became hard to feel. Then Wu Shen pulled out a fruit wheel, wanting to play Russian roulette with the downward man, who scoffed in disdain. "Forget this girly game," he said, pulling the trigger 5 times in a row. "No harm done. I bet your gun's empty." Instantly, Wu Bui, face full of disappointment, walked to the filming window. His tricks wouldn't work. "If my play gets filmed, it'll surely be crushed by Second Mrs. Movie. Then I'd be kicked out by the Li clan, hunted by Ding Rui Long. Rather than face disgrace, better to see Wu Bui's glass heart and end it myself." He rushed to the window to stop him, but Wu Shen smoothly pulled the second young lady along. "Let's jump together!" As death's terror swept through the man's body, Wu Shen gripped him fiercely, inescapable. Suddenly, drenched in cold sweat, he stared into those wide pupils, while A Huang upstairs had already arranged everything, preparing a rubber airbag below. After school, they crashed into it hard. Xiang Xianan, face full of shock, asked, "I'm not dead?" Wu Shen, with a wicked grin, replied, "Per my body's feel, you're not like urine, more like a secret switch flipped on." Hearing this, Xianan wordlessly pounded his chest and stomped off in fury. Later, Wu Shen successfully captured Xiang Xianan again, provoking him further, directly summoning Li Ruobing to Xiangjiang for aid. Not only did she cook delicious meals herself, she used a new trick to unlock another switch in him, Li Ruobing's condition. "Today, I won't move an inch." The next day, she arrived at Xianan's door with a gun. "Be my husband. He can take it. I can't handle Wen Yan." Xianan, full of scorn, didn't believe she'd dare kill him. But after school, Li Ruobing knocked him out with one move. Right then, beside his bag, Zhenhui contacted Wu Shen on how to handle it. Xianan overheard a Huang say even a replacement was ready. Awakening on the ground, he couldn't believe their shamelessness. As Li Ruobing stepped forward to act, Xianan jolted up, grabbed a weapon, and slashed her throat. Blood sprayed, then he turned his gaze to Wu Shen, stabbing like lightning. "Little Gray, they're dead now. Still want to fight me?" Suddenly, Wu Shen clapped from behind. Such filial action, lines piercing 3 parts into the eyes, truly unique. Thanks again for guiding Second Miss. Only then did the man realize he'd been tricked. What he'd just stabbed through Wu Shen was an illusion from magic props. Knowing the truth, Xianan convulsed on the spot. Wu Bui, watching, asked, "Second Miss Xia, need a change of pants? You've bothered me twice now, all for thrills to feel dopamine again. Now you've got your answer. So, like Second Miss? Want more? Say, be my woman. Play something even wilder together. Try what you've always wanted but never dared." Wan Yan's face turned apple red with rage, cursing him as a lunatic, shoving Wu Bui aside. Seeing this, Li Ruobing, strong yet puzzled, asked, "What's happening?" Wu Chen couldn't catch him. By nightfall, Wu Shun knocked on Xia Nan's hotel door. He didn't refuse, letting Sixth Elder in. Wu Shun seized the moment, pulling Xia Nan into his arms. "How'd you find me? I was clearly anonymous." "So what? Don't I know you better than you know yourself?" After school, the man Judong pursed his red lips. Wu Bui went with the flow, kissing him. "You know, in a 1,000-year cycle, Xia Nan's never been breached like this." This feeling thrilled Wu Bui too. Quite a different flavor. With Wu Shun's myriad stimulation tactics, after fully conquering the one below, he gave Second Miss an exclusive title, The Alley. After all, it's a fine place to bond. Wu Shun then planned to introduce his harem regiment to Xia Nan, but she flatly refused. "I don't want overlap with any of them. Our bond should stay as pure as possible." Hearing this, Wu Shun happily agreed. "Then let's keep it pure." Soon, with Huang's help, Wu Shun's film and TV company finished its first drama. In a flash, Wu Shun went to the capital, showing it to 3 young ladies at home. But unexpectedly, their bodies trembled, sweating, even struggling to swallow tea. "Mr. Wu, is this really film grade? I've got to go today." The 3 shaky girls stood, a wall of light crashing into Wu Shen's arms. Sixth Elder, a natural healer from 1,000 reincarnations, asked, "Lately, has your cycle been off? Nausea, vomiting, even secret milk symptoms?" Hearing this, the young grandma blushed, nodding shyly. "That switch of yours. Best get it checked abroad. If 4th year reports it, the investment's wasted." Wu Shun promptly contacted an island nation package, booking a top hospital doctor. Turns out, it was an intracranial tumor, caused by the 3 housewives' odd hobbies. Once, a new butler caught them, lashed out in rage, and in the scuffle, broke a tooth, leaving lasting damage. Such brain surgery carries risks, though. Knowing their husband's limits, the 3 girls threw themselves into Wu Shun's care, hoping he'd look after them if they didn't make it. Not long after, they checked into a hotel for a deep exchange, sealing this deal's terms. 2 days later, the surgery succeeded, and Wu Shun bid farewell, asking Zhao Zi to tend the trio for a few days. Then he flew straight to North America, meeting Xia Nan after 2.5 days apart. Once Wu Shun flipped her secret switch, Xia Nan grew bolder, leaping into his arms, craving something wilder. So they played a little binding game. "Wu Shun, I don't care what happens later. Just find me twice a month." Grinning wickedly, Wu Shun eyed Xia Nan. "Plenty, Second Miss." Unexpectedly, as their romance ended, a blast rocked Li Ruobing's East Sea building, startling her in her office. Firefighters soon traced it to a faulty charger cord. No staff oversight. Doubting it was an accident, Li Ruobing hunted for a mole at a meeting, but a day's probing yielded nothing. Returning to Wu Bui, she uncovered the truth. An HR director's power abuse, hiring a distant cousin bought by the Ding clan to secretly target her. Learning this, Li Ruobing, recalling Wu Shen's flair, exercised in her office, taking 20 Gs of Sixth Elder's stash. The night lingered, and come morning, she sipped more milk. When Wu Shen returned to East Sea to help Li Ruobing nab the bomber, he hit a cosmetics expo the next day, subbing fashion orders. Stepping out, a Maybach nearly hit him. The driver's sister swore at him for blindness, blocking the road to die, while the co-pilot's sister gently apologized. "Sorry, sir. My sister's hot-headed. Can you let our mom pass? We're in a rush." Wu Bui, unbothered, stepped back, letting the Maybach speed off. At the magic fashion booth, he met that little girl again. Turns out she was from Li Ruobing's firm. "Sent a guy today? He's done with this list, huh? Heard Li Ruobing's recent exploits are all for love. Guess our makeup line wins big this time." Wu Shun smirked. "What's a big win?" "Order volume and sales, of course." After she left, Wu Shun's sly grin emerged. "Seems Ruobing's too soft on rivals." Soon, 1 million online celebs invited by leads arrived, sparking a 100,000-plus delivery hype wave. Orders soared, heating the scene. By morning's end, the smug little punk flaunted before Wu Shun. "Outsider, your illusion fashion's still unopened, right? Lost. Go cry to Li Ruobing." Wu Shen chuckled, dialed Penway. "Cook up a hot scoop." An hour later, in Leeds lounge, "Bebe, check this trending search." She grabbed the phone, stunned. Wu Shen's evening bounty event ignited a fairy makeup craze network-wide. Even Leeds invited influencers joined, buying for a Lux Maldives draw. Furious, the punk cursed Wu Bui's shameless money-throwing victory. Wu Chen ignored her, walking off. That night, the older sister, Won over by 6th Elder's sales hall. Wondered how Wu Bui got her private number, even suspecting special thoughts. Retribution for daytime clashes? No, just me. He can't settle down. Maybe he wants Sis along. Wu Bui's fire wave wasn't done. After reporting to Li Ruobing, he executed an escape, roping Zhuang Xiaodi and Chu Yi's trio for ads. This wave was sure to rake in cash. Uberitz's eye cream hitched a ride, selling 400 million. That night, the punk hit Wu Shen's villa, demanding answers. 6th Elder flipped it, laughing. You killed me from our first clash. Love at first sight, huh? Her little face flushed red. What are you saying? As Wu Bui drew near. So why are you at my place this late? She stammered, then fainted red hot. Wu Nai, Wu Chen carried her to the big bed upstairs. Half an hour later, she jolted awake, checking her clothes. Shocked her stockings were gone, mind racing wild. About to bolt, she crashed into post-shower Wu Bui, his muscles gleaming. She yelped, swallowing hard. Like the view? Want to switch poses inside? Teased, she screamed and fled. Next morning, the older sister tracked Wu Bui, returning 4 billion in sales for his illusion gig. Sighing at her honest business heart, a car suddenly barreled toward them mid-chat. She shoved Wu Shen aside, landing in blood. Mr. Wu, the money's yours. My sister's clueless. Forgive her. Wu Bui's face chilled, vowing to crush the killer's bones. Activating time reset, he lunged, hugging her waist, perfectly dodging the crash. The driver hit a tree. Wu Bui nabbed him. She recognized him instantly, lackey of Capital Yuntong's CEO Wang. Finding the culprit, Wu Bui hugged Miss Hua. You're fine. I owe you a life today. Before she could reply, he dragged her to Yuntong Co. Turns out, Uberitz and Wang were tangled in debt. Seeing Uberitz's eye cream hit 400 million, Wang pushed usury. She refused. Obsessed with her allure, he wanted her roasted. Knowing the full story, Wu Shen kicked Wang hard, drew a black muzzle. Old man, our test's abroad now. You clowns dare street kills? Learning Wu Shen was Li Ruobing's man, Wang quaked, shredding the debt deal, promising Uberitz 1 billion tomorrow. Finally, he made Wang kowtow thrice to the sister, a true reckoning. Grateful, she invited Wu Shen home for dinner. Unbeknownst, the younger sister was in her room, mimicking Li Ruobing's outfits, fantasizing Wu Shen might favor her too. Calling Li Ruobing works? Me too. After reaching the twins' home, Wu Shen came clean to Li Ruobing. Dear, I did a thing. Hope you're not mad. She spun, startled. Which woman's pregnant? Chuckling, he hugged her. I boosted Uberitz. Hundreds of millions in sales. Li Ruobing smirked faintly. Not what I thought. Buddy, no need to report this. The stronger the rival chase, the more thrilled I am. A makeup firm sitting pretty for 2 days. This industry'd bore me. Hearing this, Wu Shen gifted her 20 guineas on the spot, diving into a deep bathroom exchange. Next morning, Wu Yurong called, urging him home fast, urgent matter. Wu Shen didn't hesitate, speeding there in half an hour. Seeing him, Wu Yurong leapt into his arms. Little husband, missed you so. But as he moved to act, she stopped him. Turns out the 3 girls, fresh from hospital, hit East Sea. Knowing only Wu Yurong in his harem, they showed up here. Wu Bui asked, how are they recovering? Who knew? Their icy beauty masks swapped for shy blushes. Wu Bui, you bad man. Dumping us in Tokyo dead or alive. Now you don't even see me. Before he could explain, Wu Yurong teamed with them, plotting a treat for Wu Shen today. Instantly, they blindfolded him outside. Women at 30 are wolves, 40 tigers, 2 beauties together, blessings maxed out. Lucky his 1,000-year honed stamina held, or he'd collapse. The rough scene lasted 2.5 hours, ending the battle. Wu Rong and the trio synced perfectly, this time for Wu Shen's sake. Turns out, a Middle East project hit snags. A prince once after Wu Rong stirred trouble. Wu Shen headed to Arabia next day, bringing a decoy guest for a key task. Daily milk fixes. Post-landing, he met the liaison fast, grasping the full story. Same as Wu Rong said. Wu Shen had a plan. Easy, lend me your little assistant for a day. Next day, with the assistant in odd garb, he shot a dazzling desert-to-ocean short ad in the sands. After wrapping, he had Peng Wei sell makeup, forwarding the clip, likely snagging free Qatar travel and lodging. The Qatar Maritime Heatwave Experience title blew up domestically, catching a prince's eye. Invited as a guest, Wu Shun enjoyed more perks. Using marketing flair, he boosted Qatar's tourism economy, earning land from 17 princes to build a Middle East Disney, 1001 nights. At dusk, planning club relaxation with the foreman, the receptionist said spots were booked by Monaco's Grand Princess La Barena, unwilling to share. Her guards checked Wu Shen's crew's IDs. Post-verification. They could have stayed for massage, but Wu Shun waved off, leaving. I'm tight with Qatar's 9 kings. Better less trouble. Next day, his crew reported the new site sealed. At the scene, he saw Monaco's Grand Princess clearing it. Wu Shen approached to negotiate, but a female guard aimed a gun at his gut. Back off! Dangerous! Wu Bui laughed, drawing his own. No need for that. Did I ask you to register last night's run? Your complex crew, intel merchant, East Sea Gang partner, tied to local Africans and Americans. If someone's killing me in Qatar, you're the straight dagger, princess. Believe I can empathize? Wu Bui struck, disarming the guard effortlessly, closing in on the princess. Though we met just yesterday, Highness, I know you better than you know yourself. Taking her off guard, he lifted her grand skirt. Under guards and foreman's watch, he tore her suspenders in public, flushing Lalabalena red. Wolf! She cried. In his 1,000-year cycles, Wu Shun knew her family's saga. Yearly kidnaps or assassination attempts bred her security obsession, yet she never grasped what endangered her. One reason's always on, or near you. He pulled a hidden tracker from her fat garter, confirming her trusted guard was a mole. Only then did the princess wake to his words. Wu Shun grabbed her hand. Not the place to talk. Come with me, fast. They sped off in a car. What else you know about me? Everything. Sole child of king and queen. Queen died at your 7 from illness. King remarried 2 years later. New queen bore a little princess fast. All shifted when she hit 18. Your stepmom, eyeing the throne, launched endless assassination bids. Smart, you dodged most evils. Till the balloon incident taught you the world's deepest meaning. To ease your heart's pain, you got a boyfriend. Later unmasked as her hired killer, rigging poisoned Durex. Your sensitive body dodged disaster. Blushing, heart racing, the princess muttered, No need to say that stuff. Why'd your dad get hit and you don't care? Her face fell. Royal or common? Stepmoms are the same, no? You underestimate him. His love for you grew, not faded. In our terms, it's the emperor's craft. Wu Bui broke down Monaco's weak moves and risky geography for her. Your dad greenlit her actions to pave your air path. Before that, you need Thunder's means and rare guts. Highness, turning danger to safety now means striking first. She stopped the car. Sorry for the sight mess earlier. Hope you'll help me win this internal fight next. Wu Shen's plan was simple. Task Beijing's Liu family R&D to crunch overtime on a medieval-themed game starring Monaco and her, crafted meticulously. Once it blew up, it'd jolt Monaco's economy, launching her first counterstrike. Back home, Li Robing, hearing this, grew restless. If Wu Shun pulled it off per custom, he'd be Duke of Monaco, maybe even her husband. She called an urgent meeting, rallying all to debate if Wu Shun might stay there. Since Wu Yu Rong and the trio allied post-collab, they clashed hard with Li Robing's camp. Even neutrals struggled. Video conference strategy kicked in. Xianan too didn't want to lose him. His secret switch flipped, craving 20 gan weekly. When Li Robing floated Wu Shen as Monaco's son-in-law, Wu Rong and the trio flipped, fearing their future joy monopolized by a depressed beauty's milk, trapped in despair. Hell no! They screamed. Li summoned Wu Shen's harem legion, refusing to let 6th Elder wed Monaco's princess. The trio spoke first. Her staying with Wu Shen's beyond us, but if she wants the throne, her spouse doesn't matter. Li Robing nodded. We must strip Wu Shen's dukedom shot. Yeah, sorry to my man, but we gotta. Su Qingying mused. Hack and trash his new game, ruin his heart's blood? If he hates us after, isn't that a bigger loss? Li Robing adjusted her glasses. Can't care that much now. 2 woes beat marrying off. Zhuang Xiaodi and Chu Yi fretted, hesitant. Hardball's all we got? Xianan's video voice cut in. Listen, second Miss Xiang's got a better fix. Around Wu Shen, women aren't few, right? The longest by his side. Best conditions of all. Later ones outshine the first. Tons ditch the original, no? He's bad to her? Blushing, Xianan yelped. He's good to me. So we do nothing? Li Robing puzzled. There's a saying. Don't gild the lily. Enough's enough. Act or don't, your call. I know Monaco's king plans a year from now to honor the biggest economic boost. Wu Rong clicked. Right. We invest in Monaco, outgrow that game in a year. No need to mess with Wu Shun then. Perfect. Post-meetup, Su Qingying led, shifting Jinfu's overseas HQ to Monaco for easier European royal ties, boosting special jewelry lines. The trio chimed, anything we can help, just say. Zhuang Xiaodi and Chu Yi felt lesser, dragging the team. Sensing this, Li Ruobing hugged them. We're family. Hearts align, we're close. Just do what Wu Bui says, got it? They nodded. Huang sighed nearby. Rare, gentle Li. Fun stuff. Meanwhile, Wu Shun prepped Princess Lala's troops. After a tiring throne day. Highness, rest early. No need to invite me up. Lala tried thanks, but he cut in. No words. I know. Call if needed. Turning, Lala chased. Never seen such confidence. Still wary of her guards, Wu Shun tasked Big Fist Gang brothers. Princess's safety's on you. Don't shame me. Post setup, he smirked wickedly. See if she's got the guts. Let's see her move. An hour later, dozing in his hotel, no assassin struck. Forget it, too tired. Shower first. Mid-wash, a window noise stirred him. An hour since it started? Fine, I'll play. Faking a call. What's that? Scared stiff. Checking with the desk. Shower's busted. Sure enough, Lala's guard Shakira Nancy smashed the window, stepping in, foot on Wu Bui's sill. Intel merchant dodging the first wave? Impressive, but ends here. Wu Shun spun, sneering. Not necessarily. Nancy flinched. What? You drank that coffee and didn't die? Seizing her lapse, he knocked her gun loose, then pinned her. Intel merchant's just one title. You know nothing of me. I know all of you. Tourist Wu Bui's the lead now, pressing Nancy down. Everything the queen told you's fake. You're duped. So close to a man, Nancy's face reddened. What are you saying? Men and women thinking impure breeds viruses? My mind's filthy now, hands out of control. Wu Bui yanked her bra down. See how impure I am? No, don't touch. I'll die poisoned. 2.5 minutes later, he didn't stop. Nancy squirmed, yelling how not to. You're not dead. Feeling good instead? Told you the queen lied. You'd trust her? Let's start with your grim childhood. Minors for parents, too overworked to care, left you with grandpa. He took your folks' living cash, blew it on food, gambling, junk, ignored you. Out of money one day, he turned to you, abused you. Old regular, he had STDs. You caught them. Soon your lower half festered, oozing. Worse, he scratched you, blamed you for not learning right, mixing with thugs, parents couldn't rage, kicked you out. Wandering till near death, you met the queen. You tell the rest or I keep going. Using a proxy body, Wu Shun saved Lala from poison, dodging death. She wed Monaco's current queen, Grace's epic tales everywhere. Both imperial med school students, quick lovers from shared quirks. Soon together, Grace bore a son. Doc said no direct tie to Wen Ren Long, but linked to her brother. Odd. Wen's an only son. Tests showed he's a chimera. 2 fused embryos. Brother inside, no mind or organs. That mosaic kid you ditched died early. To get Grace's child, you did IVF. She thought you mad, split clean. You found her, claimed the pure kid worked, convinced her to birth it. Knowing your sister ain't your dad's. Lala reeled, shocked. Wen Ren Long buried his head, despairing. Dispose of me as you will. Back at the hotel. Mr. Wu, next I'll handle my sister back home. Though unrelated, my body still shakes. Sad. Wu Shun hugged Lala. No guilt. You're this nation's arm, duty-bound. Mr. Wu, please report to the police for me. I need your strength. Smiling, he soothed. Relax, Highness. Don't fear. Soon, pushing another hotel door. Why are you here? Explain. On the bed, Li Ruobing and Chu Yi saw him enter, calling, Dear Mr. Wu, solo. Li Ruobing grinned awkwardly. Heh, sealing your deal. New plays at level 4, great buzz. Little sis is hot now. You didn't forget your promise, right? Recalling it, Wu Shun smirked evilly. Dear, you're fretting this now? Family stuff's on you. Love, you go official first. Rest tomorrow. Wallery, Ruo Bing bailed, leaving them alone. Chu Yi leapt into his arms. Mr. Wu, didn't let you down. New plays up to par. Learned tons quiet today. Close your eyes. After school, Wu Shun hoisted Chu Yi, laughing. Sis, you're the one shutting eyes now, no? Pinning her to the big bed, her first milk sip flushed her, whispering, I love you. Wu Shen and Sixth Elder battled till dawn, blissful. Waking Monday, he'd pillowed her arm for natural rest. Mr. Wu, you're too tender. Can I stay with you forever? What? Course. Last night hit you? Rest more. I'll find Zia Ruo Bing. Tell me, what's official from last night? After you left, the Hua sisters got messed with. Zuokai Yang reported their cosmetics emissions breached standards. Heavy pollution. Co-leaders want to merge and restructure their firm. Wen Yan spat. Zuokai Yang, that dogfight punk. Wu Bui sneered. Wants Hua broke, begging on his bed. Nuts. I'll talk to Highness Lala. Back to East Sea fast. Your sis's mess shouldn't blow up. I trust you'll handle right. Got an ace guard lined up. Leopard. Lala bloomed, laughing. Ben's special case. I'm asking Mr. Wu. A day later, Wu Shen flew back to the Magic City. Lin Dong was hooked, enjoying old-style massage from global investment bank head Lin Shi. Eyes cracked open. Can't you not bug my guard here? Ain't you normal? Chasing me just for Liao? Nah, he's just bait Lin Dong's eyeing. Really here to see Lin Dong. Hearing this, Lin Shi rose, chuckling. Tons of guys want to know me. Got a queue. Think you can cut? Lin Dong's worth 60 billion. Figured you're done this life, so swapped for a milk pup to toy with. But what if I say you've got a son? Lin Shi's brows knit, cursing. What did you say? In 1,000 cycles, Lin Shi ranked 4th on Wu Bui's gain list. Woman learned anything by sight, aced all. Once a true romantic, married at 25, birthed a kid. Happy home. Sadly, at 3, a self-drive trip hit a collapsed road. Husband died on impact. Son vanished in the wreck. Lin Shi stabbed by shards in womb and ovaries. Villagers passing saved her, or she'd be gone. Hospital fixed her, but motherhood ended. That moment flipped fate. Life's zeal lost. She scraped cash to eat. Sharp eyes nailed investments, rising fast to venture boss. Feeling half a woman, love's thirst died. She indulged in young flesh's joy, testing if she could still feel it. In those cycles, Wu Shun tried hard. Found her son alive. Split off. Stirring maternal flood was key. Want to know his whereabouts? We deal. Lin Shi tensed instantly. What deal? Wu Shen, knowing her son's spot, hooked this mad shark's focus. Our deal's small, not fit here. Your office. Call your lawyer. Blink. She complied. Place swapped? Lawyers here? Formal enough? Your deal? Wu Bui grinned, lion-jawed. Want 51% of Unlimited Investment Co. seeing me as CEO. Her face soured. My Unlimited's no flop. 60 billion market value. You bite half, call it small. Even the lawyer thought Wu Bui nuts. Never seen such gall. Deals need fairness, no? Left file. 1 month post-Sun find. Unlimited's moves. Right file. When left happens, your letter asking me to try biz. Post-key mismatch, stock deal voids. Lawyer holds files. Lin Shi agreed, shooing the lawyer. Son's whereabouts? Don't ask. Time comes, you'll know. 10 days later, Wu Shun smoothly found her son. Post-crash, a llama took him in, raised him. Wu Shen's prior paternity test confirmed it. As Lin Shi neared reunion, he stopped her. Lin Dong Ling's head hit, still mute, can't talk. She sobbed, hearing her son's silence. Wu Shun comforted. Don't freak. I've a cure. Trust I can fix him. I'll take him to America. Best docs, cost no issue. Problem's not there. Western med can't heal. Trust me. Fine. I'll trust once more. With that, Wu Bui whisked them off. Day and a half later, a small town. Lin Shi doubted. Here to heal my son? Sure. Know me. Like I'd joke? Soon, 3 entered an old house. Wu Bui cut to it. No trifles at Triple Gem Hall. Hope your butcher's knack can check my friend. Kid's sick. The elder balked. Just Zhonghu buzz. Mostly hype. Don't want to act. Wu Shun pressed. Elder, no modesty. You're worried, man? I talked him up. Peng Cheng's death payout settled, right? Elder clicked. Wu Shen's clout clear. Dakin, sorry. Earlier was outsider Tang Monk talk. Mr. Wu, no blame. You got justice for my butcherkin. Who's sick? No time. Your unique cure. A week on, Lin Shi stayed. Firm urgent, calls ignored. Month later, her son fully healed. She wept joy. But Wu Shen's Lin Shi strategy just kicked off. Lawyer, open left file, check logged moves match offline. Check done. Chair slip plus insider rail leak. Unlimited shorted by many. Post-Sun find, Lin Shi's all in on him, market sense dulled. After he rekindled your fire, your absolute domain flipped. Work to life. Ask another way. What fixes Unlimited's mess now? Clueless, her mind blanked. Rather than let it die, let me try. Mr. Lin, son's fresh healed. Want him starving later? Hearing this, Lin Shi caved. Firm's yours for now. Waiting for that, Wu Shen pounced. Chair Lin, Hin Yi, wire 2 billion to their account. Plan style. Half a month later, Wu Shen's crew revamped catering. Under 2 weeks, Unlimited's rep rebounded, tapping a trillion market, stunning Lin Shi to shame. Mr. Lin, more questions? Just want to know, what's in this file so magic? Wu Shen waved, peek at will. Opening, she found 2 flirty lines, conquered again by his genius play. You're unreal. Her Henan drama with Wu Shen sparked as he neared her. Wild stuff just starting. Lin Shi bared her core, mask off, blushing, heart pounding. How wild could he get? Shock! 6th Elder yanked her guard down. Truth hit. By the Prez office's floor-to-ceiling window, morning drills began. 20G milk to Mei Shao up front. Unlocking Lin Shi's secret switch, Wu Bui, with the lofty daily Prez, dove into a full-body deep swap. 1,000-year man, 6th Elder's skills and flair shone, stunning her till consciousness blurred. 6-hour century war, each corner hit once. Wu Shen quit, pausing more. His fierce fight power left Lin Shi awestruck. No drug could match this perpetual engine man, she thought. A happy tear shed. She'd hit her mark. Wu Shen, seeing strategy near done, rang Li Ruobing. Turns out, Zhuo Kaiyang's provincial ties pushed Uberitz's merge plan. Wu Shen needed back in East Sea fast. Seeing a stranger in 6th Elder's arms, Li Ruobing freaked. Who's this smug chick? No choice. Wu Shen hung up. Dear, I'll explain back home. Next day, East Sea Young Entrepreneur Summit, Zhuo Kaiyang pitched Uberitz's takeover flawlessly. Too bad. Wu Shen's entry smashed the balance. 6th Elder bribed provincial brass early, pitching a stronger proposal. Emissions over? He'd fund full-line upgrades. Pollution? Manage and comp? He vowed no provincial hassles, settling all sides. Zhuo Kaiyang sneered. Trash firm? Money fixes it? Wu Bui smiled, flashing days prior Co-House new econ model. Top positive proof now, steering East Sea's biz vibe. Co-House is unlimited. Your link? Gleeful, Wu Shen bared Zhuo's lick fraud evidence. Think you're somebody? Thousands of ways for Hua sisters, just to snag 'em. Sicko. Furious, Zhuo aimed a punch. Long-waited Wu Bui slapped him flying. Dog. Bit of grace? Your emperor? Video's mine. Scram. No. Wu Shen's Unlimited's big shareholder. CEO. My sole boyfriend. Done schooling Zhuo. Lin Shi flipped sweet. Wu Shen. Pleased with my work? Reward Ching Ching. Post-summit, they hit Li Ruobing's villa. Here to explain or provoke? Wu Shen grinned sheepish. Dear, chill. I'll show. Xiaoxi, my girl, met your Li Ruobing. Call her sis later. Seeing Lin Shi's sweet face, Li Ruobing differed. New girl got issues? From Qing Ying, your later finds all got quirks? Stuck like this forever? What's next? Li Ruobing paused. Wu Shen laughed. Lin Shi's just day 1 hyped. Few days, she'll settle. 2 days. Hit Hua sisters. Clean the mess. Bet I called it. Post Lin Shi meet with the big wife, Wu Shen hit Uberitz's plant, aiding Hua sisters' revamp. Thanking his repeated risk dodging and debt chasing, the older sister set a night feast for him. Unexpectedly, tea time in the room, she reached for a new product on the shelf to show. Too short, slipped, dropped a material jar. Wu Shen dodged, hugging Hua into safety. Jar smashed old stuff. What's up? A yelp hit the door. Little Hua sister walked in, catching her sis accidentally kiss Wu Shen's face. Both blushed. Big Hua Bai shrieked, "Why kiss her? I never did. Wu Shen likes sis?" What was I before? Panicked, little sister smashed out. Big sister, worried for Wu Shen's wound. "No, little Li. Mr. Wu, you're hurt. I'll med you." Little Hua Bai hit a club, drowning woe in booze. Knew he had tons of women. Fine, I'm not his only. But sharing with sis? Can't take it. Unseen, her every move eyed by Bai Clan's young master, Bai Xiu Wen. Lin Shi Wu Shen news hit. Lick Dog Bai Xiu Wen raged. "You cost me my goddess. I'll ruin your women." He targeted Hua, horse lost, pulling a mystery drink he carried. "Between young master and me, let's make her our new test first." Bai Xiu Wen grinned evil, rumored to force women's absolute obedience. He'd test its magic. 2 days later, Wu Shen's new Uberitz plant prepped to start. Big Hua sister rushed, frantic. Hanging up, he pushed out, "Miss Hua, what?" "Mr. Wu, she's gone 2 days, no contact. Zuo Kai Yang behind it? Call cops?" Grasping it, Wu Shen acted. Huang fast-tracked Little Hua's snatch by Bai Xiu Wen. Video proof. "Miss Hua, he's tough. Wait home, I'll fetch Bebe." Turning a girl to a veggie? Not my thrill. After school, Wu Bui stormed Bai Xiu Wen's villa. "Release her, scum!" Bai Xiu laughed easy, catching Wu Bui's fierce punch. "Beat me like that? Few can worldwide." "I know you aid North's big weapon bureaus, global intel net, sharing with the state. You've got domestic perks, great fighter, but blind deathmatch? You're toast. Plan my kill, save her first. New drugs effects meh, wanna play more, she's near vegetable." 2 days locked Wu Bui's reset, so he took Hua back, seeking cures. "I'm taking her! Stop me, you die!" Bai Xiuwen sneered, but didn't block. Hua worthless to him. "We'll settle later." Blink, Wu Bui hit Lingnan's butcher village. "Master, my friend's life's at stake. Trouble you again." "Girls Meridian solo. Small town's Taisu wine bars keep it from worsening. Full cure needs strong meds to purge poison." Seeing the elder hesitate, Wu Bui asked, "Hard to find strong stuff?" "Needs albino king snake bile. Deep poison, big volume. Live snake's best for fresh bile." "How much is big?" "Fill a small pool at least." Swift, Wu Bui tapped an old North America pal, air-shipping albino king snakes, for a favor. Aid North America's pet king. "No biggie, fair duty, I'll manage." 4 days, snake bile filled the pool. "Mr. Wu, next, hold Miss Hua in, full soak, breathing out." Wu Bui followed Elder's lead. One hand on her neck, other pressing Tian Chi Shui. Holding snow-skinned Hua down. "Little Hua, you must pull through for me."